Hey guys, so this is absolutely the basic video, and let's come it down to how to actually start your machine. This one's got a circuit breaker here. Okay, if it's turned to this position, it's off. Turn up, it's on. This machine circuit breaker, it's on this side. On and off. Depends on your company. Some companies want to turn the breakers on and off, especially when you're done. And usually, even when you shut off your control, you're gonna see some of the lights on. If, for example, you wanna turn on the machine, make sure the circuit breaker is on, and then right on the bottom of this control, as you see here, there's the power switch. You're gonna hit that power switch. Okay. Once the control is gonna come in, you're gonna be greeted with this type of screen. Looks really cool. Okay. So what do? Is you put on a position. Okay. Now this is gonna take you to the main screen, and you don't have to set your X and your Z axis home, because they don't actually have proximity sensor. But let's do this. Okay, we're gonna have home. Okay, so this is a 250 MY. So we got a home. So let's press X, and you're gonna see home positions over here. So we see X is home. The Y usually it's a little bit below, so it's gonna say minus. Let's call it 1000. So we go home here, then press the Y up, and that's gonna go home. And then your tailstock, which is gonna be the W, you press it all the way till you see the green. And then if you wanna home a C position, you press the right arrow. If you see it connect, you have to press this yellow button, and then you press the C connect. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, and that's gonna bring it to C0 over here. That's on the startup. Right now I'm just connected to C, so that means this C is locked. You can do that for milling or other things. So this is technically how you start the machine, how you can home your machine. On Matrix and the previous machines, you have to also home your X's and your Z's. And what that does is all these home positions have proximity sensor. The turret, the machine hits that proximity sensor, and the machine calibrates, and it knows exactly where it's at. That's why I usually home it. So your X and Z don't need a proximity sensor. Your Y still has a proximity sensor. I'm not sure about the tailstock. I think that might not. And C, but Y it technically does, so you have to. And C is like, I still center home just because I'm used to it and it doesn't hurt. But on the Smooth G, Smooth X, I think not necessarily actually have to do it. So yeah, this is how you start up the machine. Next, we can actually, let's see, I gotta erase one of the programs. To get into programs, so let's say the program, which is here, always have to match, okay, the program on the setup. And this is the setup page, because the setup page for this one, this is where your 0 positions are set. Okay, so you can run this job that I'm running right now. This is the part number, which matches. what I can do is I can pull out a different program. For example, this one, I go to work number. Let's say I pick any program, okay, and I have a different program. I have a different setup page. For example, I can pull out this part and load up a new one. Okay. So this program obviously is for different jobs. I press run. Oh, you know what do you call it? Okay, memory. Let's see here. I'll press run. And it still does the same some job, because whatever the machine's gonna run on, this program will read the program that's set for this one. So I can literally go and make a new program while I read why the machine's gonna read the program that you don't necessarily have to be on. So for example, machine is running, I wanna create a new program. I go to program, okay, you go to work number, and it opens a lot of programs, whatever. If it's a program that you're trying to create, let's call it a program 1. Okay. You press OK, and you get a blank page. Now this is where you have ISO, G-code, or you can run a Mazak. Me personally, I only run Mazak. So you press Mazak, and then you have this page that looks like that. Okay, and then you have your choices for different materials. The different material choices, what they do is, well, they'll automatically populate some of the feeds and speeds, but I don't use that technically. Now this is asking, let me move this away. We're gonna press this, and that's gonna pin, it's not gonna move. The material, for example, how big is your material? And technically it's asking you how far it should go to clear, the part before, let's say, it goes home. So let's call my part is 4 inches, but I need additional 2 inches, let's say, for clearance. So I go 6. What's the ID minimum? I press 0 always. The length of the material, it's like if your part is 5 inches, you can go 7. Work face, that's going to be how far from your 0 you want the tool to approach. Let's call it 200,000. Even if I got 20,000 stock, your RPMs, let's call it 1200. Always at the end of any program you have to press end. So these are your options right now. I go with the end, continue, no, this is for production. Parts counter, no, 0, I don't care about that. Return, tool change, position, and work number. Now tool change position is gonna take you to the longest tool, plus let's say 40,000 on this machine before it rotates to another tool. And now if I wanna, and this is how I always start my program. Now I go to right arrow, insert, okay, and it's gonna insert a line. Let me do it again. Okay, insert, I press OK, boom, another line. Now when you go here, the first 3, that's gonna be your mill, your pointing, your line, and your face, and this is gonna be a lathe. So you press lathe, you have an option: OD turning, copy, corners, facing, threading, grooving, drill, and tap. Okay, and then let's say, for example, you go bar out. Now you have a regular out. This is you starting inside of a material. This is for inside of material, bar face, and like all these options, and so on. So technically this is how to start your programs, and we'll get a little bit deeper into the details how you start everything, but at least now you know how to actually start a program, or if you're trying to find a program that was already there. And let's say I'm working on 1023, okay, 140, I press OK, that's gonna take me to a program that's already, that I'm running on right now. This is the basic of programming. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.